Commissioners, prepare to take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's all right. It's the way I roll sometimes. Slip in, slip out. Slippery down. All right. Need a motion to adopt the agenda, adding on page 1, there's a motion to adopt. Moved by Commissioner Smith, supported by Commissioner Carabelli. All those in favor say aye.
Oh, you want us to vote?
Oh, a vote, please, yeah. Oh, man, you're harsh. Item 4, approval of the minutes. Item A, from March 19. Moved by Drouet, supported by Duge. Please vote. Item public number 5 is public participation. Anyone from the public wish to be heard? Anyone from the public? Seeing no one from the public, will close public participation. Item 6 is department recommendations, budget amendments, public works. Someone here to speak on that? Good afternoon. You Vince?
Public Works Office.
Hello, Vince. Turn your microphone on, please.
Sorry about that.
Beautiful.
We're here today looking to add another SCADA position for our office. It's a part-time position, and then an increase to the annual salary for the main SCADA position that's currently there. This is 100% being funded out of the drainage districts, so it has no impact to the general fund. That's pretty much it.
Any questions? We got a list of speakers here. Commissioner Smith, Chairman Smith.
Thank you. Welcome. Thanks for coming. I have a couple questions regarding these positions. Since we just did this compensation study, do these fall into it? And does HR actually make the recommendations for these positions? Do you have to go through HR for this? How does this request come to us? Has it been vetted by HR?
I believe it's gone through HR, but I'm not 100% on that, so
Okay.
don't quote me there. The increase that we're looking for is more to put it on an engineering scale,
Okay.
so we can get a qualified person for that position.
Right.
And then the other one is just staying the same, as is. So,
All right. I just want to double check, and I'll have our office check with
Okay.
HR just to make sure that that's gone through there and that they agree with, we've heard the compensation study, but I don't really
Right.
know what they're doing with any new position requests or increases yet. But we'll follow up on that, and if there's anything that doesn't jive with what you're thinking, we'll let you know beforehand. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Commissioner Leonetti.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. These funds, as you say, they're coming from the wastewater. Those aren't the funds that we found in the different drain districts, are they? These are just charges that are being assessed against the wastewater districts?
so I believe that this would come out of the mid.
The mid,
Drainage
okay,
district.
fair enough. Okay,
So-
that's what I wanted to know. Okay,
Yeah.
100%. Okay, good to see you guys. Thanks. All righty, take care.
Anybody else? Seeing none, I'll need a, okay, Commissioner Tolko.
Thank you. Can you just give us some information on what these, the job duties are and why we need an additional one?
So this is for the SCADA position, like I said, and this manages all of our pump stations and sensors all across the entire system. Right now, we currently only have one person doing it, and we farm out most of the work. We're using a company called Motor City Electric, and they manage our complete system. We've looked through everything, and we feel that we can save the ratepayers a lot of money by bringing in one more person to properly manage the system internally rather than hiring most of the work. So that's what we're going to be doing with that. So they're going to be managing the servers, the new programming of assets, everything within that SCADA system itself.
So it's sort of the reverse of outsourcing then? I mean, you're bringing a job back in and getting rid of the work that you're sending out.
Correct.
Okay. And can you just give us, I know it's not actually an agenda item on this topic, but this would be like something that, I know that there was the fire at the Chapatin.
Mm-hmm.
Would this have any impact on, would this, if you had this position then, would that have changed?
No, not necessarily. That asset that we had a fire at Chapatin wasn't really tied to SCADA.
Okay.
And it probably never will be tied to SCADA. Ultimately, the fire alarms there are, and they also go to the fire departments. So, but it wouldn't have impacted that at all.
Okay. And are those positions union positions, or are they non-union positions?
I believe that they're union, yes.
Which union is that? Just curious.
Good question. I do not know offhand.
Okay.
Pipe fitters.
Pipe fitters?
Is it?
Okay. Thank you. And we don't have pipe fitters.
Who said pipe fitter?
Brown.
Pipe fitters.
I believe it's electrical.
I don't think so.
Engineer?
Get, what do you want?
Okay. In any event, thank you.
Yep.
Anybody else? Need a motion to approve. Moved by Commissioner Romano, supported by Commissioner Sauger. Please vote. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon. Item B is a contract Hutch Paving, 2018 paving project.
For the 2018 paving program. 399 vendors were notified of the solicitation.
Why don't we just always have it on when they come in? Can you turn it off? Why'd they turn it off?
I'm sorry.
Save them, save them.
The purchasing department solicited bids for the 2018 paving program on the Mitten site. 399 vendors were notified of the solicitation. 87 vendors actually viewed the documents, and we received 2 sealed bids that were publicly read in the purchasing department. The 2018 program involves work in the 42nd District Court in Romeo, also the animal shelter, county building, court building, some work at probate, there's some jail work, and also Majestic Plaza. We are recommending award to the low bidder, Hutch Paving, in the amount of $474,900. And what is always nice to see, they did our last year's program, and they are a Macomb County vendor. Yes, Division 1.
Are there any questions on this? I don't see anybody. Need a motion to approve that. Commissioner Douget, supported by Commissioner Lucido. All those in favor say aye. Oh, please vote. Lucido. Any attendants looking down the road? Come on, let's see. Taking over the work. All right. Item 6C, contract with MDOT, resurfacing North Avenue.
Chair, appropriate to move C through H in their entirety?
I have no particular issues with any of them. Is that the will of the committee?
I would support that.
All right. Okay, we'll take them in their entirety, but Commissioner Carrera's going to ask one question. At least one. He's welcome to ask more if he wants.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Going through these, seeing that most of them are Macomb County companies, which is great. The question I have is the cost share on item C. Our cost share, less the state, is $67,000. Now, that's nothing, those roads are county, there's nothing to do with the township cost share, so that would just be our share, 67 grand on that?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. All right, I'm good with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? All of them in their entirety, please vote.
Running it off easy today.
And Mr. Chair, can I just ask you through the chair to Bryan, can you stay for new business at the end of the agenda? I just have a couple questions for you regarding roads. Is that okay, Bryan? Are you in a rush?
Well, what'd you get?
If,
Well, we could,
or take
I
it
can,
right now?
yeah, I can.
What, take
depending
it
on-
right now, Mr. Chair? Just a couple questions.
oh, go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, first question is the executive presentation on roads. I, along with a number of other commissioners, were unable to go to that presentation. Is there any way that you could present that presentation to us in the future at one of the meetings here? Is that possible?
Commissioner, you're talking about the $20 million loan?
I
or
wasn't there. It was
which-
at Macomb Community College, right?
Oh, you're talking about road condition as far as the county in general?
I did not attend, and I just want to hear the official, with the slides and PowerPoint, just to
Well,
be.
I'll make that request.
You'll make that
I'll
request?
make that request.
Great.
So it'll take,
The second thing is.
I don't know if Hackles, Executive
Right,
Hackles,
right.
no.
I just think that should be, we should be looked at that, right? Second question I have, how much did we spend on road construction last year, roughly? About?
Are you talking just road construction as far as outside of our regular maintenance activities, or what do you
I'm
what
looking at
specifically?
the whole package. How much did we spend on road construction last year? Wasn't it like 70 million?
If you're looking at our maintenance plus our engineering, heavy maintenance, widening projects, yes, it was probably about close to 72
Okay.
million.
And out of that 70, you said 72 million?
72.
Out of 72, how much of that 72 million is matching money that we get from the state or the feds, or is that just all county dollars?
There is matching money. I'd have to get a breakdown from
You'd
our.
have to take a look at that.
Yep.
Okay. Finally, third question is, I'd like to know that if Macomb County passed the ballot proposal to the voters to let the voters decide on $1 million, $25 million a year, what would that mean to your department in terms of dollars? So in other words, you have $25 million, if the voters voted for it, you have $25 million that's going for road construction, new roads, to get our roads from poor condition to good condition. Does that mean it's the $25 million is spent only $25 million, or we're adding matches? Does that $25 million leverage us to, say, get $40 million or $50 million in matching money? Am I making sense?
In all due respect.
Yeah.
You need to probably offline talk to him, because when you say match money, remember, all of our money is Act 51. It's all federal money already. And you need to know if you're matching with state dollars or other special dollars. So
Okay.
this is something you need to get a grasp on to understand which matching you're talking about, because we don't have a special tax. It's all Act 51 money that we
that'll be
receive.
something we'll discuss
From the
at
federal.
another agenda, okay?
You know what I'm saying? So-
I've given a lot of latitude. so
Right.
we'll
I just
close
want
this.
these things to be looked at, because that's one thing I want to possibly ask this board for is a ballot proposal for a road millage. Okay, that's where I'm coming
If you want
from.
to
And
count votes now, I can tell you, but
what's that?
never mind. Never mind. Very good.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Santo.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Have a good afternoon.
Fix them roads.
We voted all that, right? We did vote on that, right? That was officially voted. Okay.
We did vote.
Look. All right, item number 7. Urging Michigan Department of Environmental Quality to reconsider the Nestle water permit resolution. Any discussion on this item? Commissioner Leonardo? You wish to object?
Thank you. No, I don't. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to commend Commissioner Kraft. This is something that's been on the radar for some time, and I know Commissioner Kraft does some dual services because he serves up in Lansing, and I'm sure he's seen this being kicked around in Lansing. So I really want to commend him for his work in bringing this before the commissioners, and I do fully support this resolution, and I hope the other commissioners consider it as well. Thank you. Thank you again, Commissioner Kraft. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Leonetti. Anybody else? Seeing none, motion's been made and supported. Everyone please vote. Thank you. Correspondence, we need a motion to receive and file all of them in their entirety, A through D. Motion by Commissioner Romano, supported by Commissioner Sauger. Any discussion on these items? Need a motion to approve? All right. Item number 9 is new business. Is there any new business coming before this committee? Any new business? Seeing no new business. Item 10 is public participation. Anyone from the public wish to be heard? Anyone from the public? Anyone from the public? Seeing no one, Commissioner Douget makes a motion to adjourn, supported by Commissioner Gillette.
See you all Wednesday.
Please vote.
Very efficient. There's a difference, Mr. Leonetti. Efficient and speedy.